Hello guys, what is going on? It is Tenacious, and today I'm bringing you guys 5 tips for better defending in Rainbow Six Siege. Now all of these tips will not apply in every single game, as obviously every game is slightly different from another, but for the most part these defending tips will work in near enough every game, or should apply at least in at least one of those rounds in each game. So without further ado, of course, if you do enjoy this video, smash that like button, comment and subscribe. We're aiming for 5 likes on this video, and I'll make some more tips videos for you guys on Rainbow Six Siege. But without further ado, let's get straight into the first tip. The first tip and trick, or tip or trick, for this video is to pick defenders that benefit the team. For example, Pulse is a very beneficial defender, because what you can do is you can use a heartbeat sensor and tell your teammates and ping where the enemies are roughly coming from if you can't see any of them on the cameras. Now obviously if there is a room you're defending and you've got a teammate in that room with you, what one of you can do is use the pulse sensor, tell the other guy, okay, there's a guy on the side of this door, he's probably about to break it, and your teammate sprays into that door, and there you go, you've got a kill. That is a defender that benefits the team. But obviously there is defenders like Bandit, who when they use their Bandit batteries on barricaded walls, that stops Thermite from using his Thermite patches, which is a very, very good gadget as well. So it's a good operator to pick, it benefits the team. Of course, if you don't understand what I mean, then you kind of should, but if you don't, comment down in the comment section below, I'll elaborate further. But realistically, this point is pretty self-explanatory. The next tip and trick is to not castle yourself in. Yes, castle, he does stop enemies from advancing and slows enemies down, but what castle can also do is trap you in a room if you castle all the doors and windows in the room and you sit inside that room. Yes, you might be defending the bomb, but what can happen is a fuse will come along and fuse the room or the window, and I'll just quickly show you what happens when fuses the karaoke room if you castle yourself in, like shown here. So obviously, as you can see, when you do castle yourself in there, all it takes is one fuse and you're pretty much going to kill everyone in that room, including yourself. So you got to really use castle smartly. Yes, you can use castle on that door I just shown you, but you've got to have what's called a rotation hole, which I'll get onto right now. So this little thing over here that I've made is what I call a rotation hole. You can make these using grenades, C4 and shotguns. You can use to make these rather, and what they do is they basically get you out of suppression, gunfights, and of course if someone's going to fuse a room, it allows you an option to escape without walking into the enemy's fire. Now you've kind of got to be careful of where you place these, because obviously you don't want to place them right next to a door that you've just bloody castled or something, because what's the point in castling if you're just going to make a big massive hole next to it? You know, so you got to be kind of careful where you place these, because you don't want to place them where enemies are blankly going to walk through, as obviously then when you try to escape through them, you're just walking straight into enemies' fire, and that's pretty pointless. What I like to do sometimes also is make rotation holes that don't bring me out of trouble, but bring me towards the enemies on the outside. So as you can see here, the enemies might spawn near the ventilation units. I might see they've destroyed the camera. I might make a rotation hole right here, run out and take a few pop shots at one of them. This is just a simple way of using rotation holes, 1 to escape danger, and 2 to bring you closer to the enemy on the outside and giving you an advantage on them. The next tip is to use pixel peeks, and pixel peeks are so important because what they do is they expose the enemy with exposing a very, very small amount of you, and they can give you a very good advantage on the enemy. As you see here, I'm just holding this really, really tight pixel peek. I'm firing it in, and what I'll do is I'll show you where these bullets go. Obviously you might want to aim a bit higher so you're hitting the enemy in the head when you shoot, but I'll quickly jump to an attacker's point of view and show you roughly where they would be coming in and why this would be effective. So as you can see, Fuse is about to go through this door here. As he breaks it open, he's not going to look to his left like I am now, and I'll tell you why. Because when he comes to this door, he's mainly vulnerable from this door on the right. He's so open to any defenders that would be roaming there. So instead of looking to the left, he's going to be looking to the right, focused on any roamers that might be there, checking both ways, but he won't be able to see you because there is such a small gap. So as he looks here, you'll have already killed him by the time he even gets to check. You'll be up in this angle over here, and they're not going to be able to return fire quick enough by the time you kill them. They probably won't even make it inside to this room here. No, no, no. As you walk straight through this door, you're going to have shots off on them, and they're not going to be able to return fire effectively. Now, for the next tip, I am going to go straight back to this clip I've shown you earlier when I said about using rotation holes. As you see here, I'm using my cameras to find out where the enemies have spawned, and then that gives me the information to tell me where they are or whereabouts they're going to come from. And of course that is this tip. Use bloody cameras. That pixel peek that I've shown you, yes, it's a very effective pixel peek, but the fact is, if there's enemies not coming from there, then you're sitting out in the open in that hallway waiting for someone to shoot you. So what you really need to do is to check your cameras, and obviously if an attacker has destroyed a camera in that direction, then you know to get in position in that pixel peek, because there's most likely an attacker about to come that way. And as you've seen from the rotation hole example, I check the camera, I see the attacker has destroyed that camera from coming from spawn, so I'll quickly rush out through that rotation hole and I pick them off. So that is that final tip. So those are the 5 tips. Of course, all of those tips are very situational, and they all kind of link into one, which of course using all 5 of those tips will of course make you a better defender overall and make your team more effective at defending if you use them properly. Now, I am aiming for 5 likes on this video. If we hit 5 likes on this video, I will make another 5 tips video for next week. So of course, get down there and smash that like button, dab on the like button, explode the like button, whatever you want to do, just make sure that like button is ticked off. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment maybe what video you would like to see next, or what tips you have that I might find effective in my gameplay. Thank you guys for watching so much. Don't forget to be tenacious, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.